Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00164. Hashtag bullish? Are we getting all bullish now? I don't know. I think you ought to be careful about being a bull right now. Anyways, let me go over the notes section here. Let's see. I'll be going over briefly, if I can remember, bond trading view. List of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. Not really, but kinda. I'll go over a bond trading view. Next in the notes section is the news I want to share today. DavorCoin. Anybody know what DavorCoin is, or DavorCoin, or DavorCoin? I don't even know what to call it. It's one of those new Ponzi schemes that apparently Trayvon James or Trayvon Brown, I'm not sure what to call him. I'm sure you're already familiar with that name or that YouTuber. It's basically another BitConnect in disguise. Anyways, DavorCoin served cease and desist from Texas State Securities Board. So I'll go over that real quick. We'll see how long this Ponzi scheme is going to last. All right, next is Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. And CryptoPanic is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Let's see if I'm still streaming. Yep, still streaming. I'll just continue. I'll eventually get to the Coinspectator and CryptoPanic. I'll go over the news real quick on that, on the news aggregators, but let me just go through the notes real quick. I still have the "it's time to stop" meme. It's time to stop. It's time to stop with these hard forks, these airdrops, these fake forks, joke forks. It's time to concentrate on real projects for doing real things and stop wasting your time and effort on these forks, okay? Because they're not going to amount to anything. So, you know, if anything, you might even lose your Bitcoin, which has happened. Why would you risk your Bitcoin? So stop wasting your time on that. All right, next in the notes section, some very useful websites. SegWit Charts, CoinCodex, LivecoinWatch, CoinGecko, Bitinfocharts, Joho's mempool statistics. I'll be going over the mempool, the fees, and I'll do a Bitcoin chart analysis at the end. Is it a bull trap? I don't know. Do you want to be a bull right now? You might not want to be a bull right now, but let's go over that a little bit later. Salom.io, also a very useful website. Transaction Accelerator. Transaction Accelerator. Do you need one right now? I don't think so, but it's there. Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash hash rate historical chart 6 months. I haven't been there in a long time, but there's a link for you to go and check out the hash rate of each. My suspicion is that Bitcoin hash rate has gone up despite the dramatic drop in price from all-time high, versus Bitcoin Cash hash rate, which is probably very low and probably will remain low, is my suspicion. All right, next in the notes section, I have collecting your free Bitcoin gold coins with Coinami. Hopefully by now, if you are in the cryptocurrency space and you had Bitcoin at the time of the snapshot, you're able to get your Bitcoin gold by now. I did a video on it called How to Split Bitcoin Gold BTG01. If you ask me if I split my Bitcoin gold, I split a small amount for making a video, but I have not split anything, not even my Bitcoin Cash, which I also did a video on. Just don't want to waste my time with these projects that aren't going to amount to much, not until at least 5 years later. Maybe 5 years later, I'll sweep my private keys. But until then, don't waste your time. Then I have a mnemonic code converter. That is Koinami's basically mnemonic seed generator. Also recovery tool as well. If you don't have Koinami and you don't have an Android, you can still use their new mnemonic code converter to generate new addresses, as well as recover a mnemonic seed. Check it out. Very useful tool. And then have a link to Bitcoin Gold. But be careful when you go there, because you might get your Bitcoin stolen. All right, next in the notes section is all the information you need to know about BitConnect. And if you were a victim, and people who invested are your victims, all right, especially the people who lost their money. If you're interested in suing somebody who promoted Bitcoin, I'm sorry, not promoted Bitcoin. If you're interested in suing people who promoted BitConnect, all right, and basically were essentially selling unlicensed security, you might want to check out some of these links here. Class action complaint on BitConnect. That was the class action lawsuit that was claiming what Trayvon James, also known as Trayvon Brown, Craig Grant, Crypto Nick, Ryan Hindreth, and other people. Here's another one. BitConnect hit with second lawsuit over Ponzi allegations. So somebody else took it upon themselves on all the on behalf of all the other BitConnect victims to go and sue BitConnect and a different promoter. There's a link to the actual complaints as well. And then on top of that, U.S. court freezes BitConnect assets as lawsuit mounts. And then there's also the complaint or the actual court documents freezing the assets. And then I also have James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017, where I interview 3 BitConnect users. All of them basically at that point in time were selling unlicensed securities. If you can find them, if you're under them or whatever, you can find them right now and go and sue them. I mean, you have a right to go to court and make a dispute, and the people who are getting sued, you have a right to hire an attorney, a very expensive one, and then defend yourself in court. Here's okay. Finally, the last part in the notes section. Bull dies in front of Matador. That is a video link, or that is a video link for the video theme for this video. Bull dies in front of Matador. Is there a bull trap? I don't know. Let's take a look. And then I have hashtag yes2x135, what you're looking at right now. Bull trap. What do you all think? You think it's a bull trap? Or is it a bear trap? Are we in a bear trap? All right. And then pot of gold, Bitcoin pot of gold. I have a link to the Bitcoin pot of gold. I also have the donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate. I've already given 12 clues to the 12th word of the mnemonic seed. The first 12 words of the mnemonic seed. So please donate. And then I think it's $120. Unfortunately, somebody has to get it up to $130 for me to get it to, for me to give away the 13th clue for the 13th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. If the price keeps going down, unfortunately, you know, the value has to be around 130 for me to give away the 13th clue, and so on and so forth. 140 for the 14th clue, etc., etc. Anyways, let's all let's see who's all in the live chat here. Let's see who is all in the live chat. All right. Sorry for the slow mode being on and off, but Patrick Duke, welcome to the live chat. You're first here. Leisure Picker, thanks for taking troll mode off, James. Yes, I don't know if it was troll mode. I just accidentally pushed slow mode. Julie G, Kyle, how you doing, Kyle? Boogers guy, first to say first. That is true. You are first to say first. Musician in the chat, eh? You must be talking about Kyle. And Leisure Picker say, "Oh, it's bear all the way for the time being, anyways." Okay, excellent. Welcome to the chat, guys. I know it's a weekend. I know it's a weekend. It's the day before Super Bowl. Unfortunately, I don't have any cable, so I'm not going to be watching it. I'll probably like just get feeds on the score and maybe some highlights if I'm interested. I'm probably not, because I'm going to be busy. I'm most likely going to be busy with my e-bike. I made a lot of videos. I'm planning on making a lot more videos. Yes, the bike power. How you doing, CryptoPanic? How you doing, CryptoPanic? And Kyle, you're still around, huh? Good to see you. Kyle, I have not read your book at all, but I have it someplace very safe, because I know you signed it for me, and it's kept in a very safe and dry place. So one day I can sell it for $1 billion when eventually you become a famous Bitcoin author. So anyways, let's go over the meme. Are we in a bull trap? I think we are. I think we are. I think it's too quick to call for a bottom, my personal opinion. And when I go over the charts, I'll show you why, because I think, there's a pattern. Things repeat. There's new fools out there coming in to this space, and old fools who remember the last bear market. And so, we're still, I still believe that the bear market is still with us. I think we may be in a bull trap, or we're being led to a bull trap. I mean, there's something's going on, and I'll try to explain it to you, but maybe not. Either way, if I'm wrong, I'm okay with being wrong, because if the price goes back up, that means I can sell my Bitcoin at a higher price. And if the price keeps going up, I'll actually never be able to sell all my Bitcoin, because I'll eventually I'll be selling smaller and smaller portions of it, but the price will remain, the value of the coin will remain the same if the price just keeps going up and up and up and up. CryptoPanic, do you ask if you hit the $8,300 mark? Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You definitely have. I think there might be a good chance for a bounce. What happens when you drop something from such a high area, from so high? No matter what it is, it'll eventually bounce. But who knows? If the price goes up, I'm happy. I'm happy. But I still think that the market is very depressed. And let's go over the this is what you're all saying here, but let's go over some news here, and we'll see what the sentiment is. We'll see what the news sentiment is. Let me see. Let's read some headlines here. Let me see. Controversy surrounding Tether builds after coin circulation spikes in the wake of subpoena. If you don't know anything about that, Bitfinex and Tether have been subpoenaed by the CFTC. That was since December 1st. Ironically, isn't that the same time, or around the same time, when Bitcoin started stalling? And it's been kind of downtrending since December. Is that all coincidence? I don't think so. I think people knew about that. Even Charlie Lee sold all his Litecoin around that time. And I think, in an inner circle of the Bitcoin or crypto currency space, I think some people knew about this. and they acted upon it. Let's have a look at some other things here. Super Bowl fans uses Bitcoin to snap up $19,000 tickets in the first for NFL showpiece event. Oh, that's great. Did anybody here actually spend their Bitcoins to buy Super Bowl tickets? I know I didn't. Let me see. Super Bowl, that's the same thing, same news. Let's have a look here. Oh, how about this? National Bank Abu Dhabi partners with Ripple to offer real-time cross-border payments. Wow, I have got to sell all my Ripple now. Or no, I got to sell all my Bitcoin to buy Ripple, even though Ripple's been crashing pretty hard. Here's another one. Major U.S. banks to block credit card use for crypto purchases. Now, I don't know about you, but I've had many bank accounts closed, and not only my bank accounts closed, but also my credit cards closed from these major bank accounts. So this is nothing new to me. I'm surprised they even decline it. If anything, if they find out you're a cryptocurrency user, they'll just cancel your credit card, just like they canceled your account. 3 major U.S. banks recently announced that they will decline credit card purchases of digital currency. The 3 banks, Bank of America, Citigroup, and JP Morgan Chase, revealed the policy change at the end of the week, with JP Morgan Chase citing the volatility and risk involved in such transactions. I don't know about you, but have you been buying your Bitcoins or any cryptocurrency with your credit cards? I hope not. I hope not. I don't anyway. I don't know anybody that. Well, there are places where they accept credit cards, but I know they charge like a 3 or 4, maybe a 5% fee, and so there's no point in it. And that's my opinion. All right, let's go back here. So if you didn't know about that, you know, when you hear news stories like this, do you really think the price of Bitcoin is going to be able to sustain itself at a higher price? You know, you need more capital inflow into, well, into the cryptocurrency, into your whatever coin, in order to keep the price inflated. So with all the on-ramps being blocked off, or most of the on-ramps being blocked off, or trying to be blocked off, is there a way you can push the prices higher? I don't know. Let me see here. China censors cryptocurrency ads on search engines and social media. I've already heard about that, but less marketing. If there's less marketing for cryptocurrencies, how are the prices going to go up? Large European power company will not sell electricity to crypto miners. I don't know how true that is, but if that is the case, how are people going to mine Bitcoin without electricity or any other cryptocurrency? Kind of hard. How about this? The rebound is here. Which coin will bounce highest? I think that's a little premature, but okay. Important lessons from recent cryptocurrency correction. Cornell professor. I don't know what that's about. Let's just keep going here. Do not give up yet. Bitcoin will hit 500,000 before any thought of crashing. I don't know about that story, but they're kind of stretching it. Here's another rerun of this story. Bank of America becomes the latest credit card issuer to ban Bitcoin. Let's see. I'm going to find some interesting ones. I think there might have been a story here about McAfee. Is there a story here about McAfee? Well, McAfee doubles down, says by 2020, Bitcoin will go to $1 million or something like that, or he will cannibalize himself. Well, I think he's going to have to cannibalize himself. You know where you know where everybody he can start cannibalizing himself in a certain part of his body first, if he wants to. All right. Well, it seems like the sentiment is not very good for Bitcoin. They always talk about Bitcoin. They never really talk about any other cryptocurrency. Maybe Ripple, but that's about it. Let's go to CryptoPanic. Check out what CryptoPanic has to say. Let's see what you're all saying while I'm waiting here. Crypto Carter, howdy, how you doing? Let's see here. Dave Hamilton, did he just say penis? No, I didn't say penis. I said subpoena. But I guess depends how you pronounce it. You could say subpoenas. They were, Tether and Bitphoenix was served a subpoenas. It says, dude, it's on NBC. Buy a TV antenna if you can't, if you don't have cable. Yeah, I don't have cable. I don't even have the digital antenna. All I have is Netflix and the internet. That's about all I have. And even with Netflix, I don't even have a chance to use it because my children keep watching the same cartoons over and over and over and over and over again. So unfortunately, no. And on top of that, Leisure Picker, I am not into football anymore. I'm not into watching football and baseball. I'm not into watching sports. I'm more into playing sports, but not really watching sports, not watching other people play sports. Matter of fact, most of the world don't really care about sports other than a physical activity, not as a spectating enjoyment. He said, can't watch the Super Bowl because you don't have cable. Come on, James. Yes. I gave up cable a long, long time ago. Let me see. How long has it been? I think it's been at least 9 years, 8 or 9 years since I ditched cable. I wasn't home all the time. Nobody was home all the time. Well, the kids were home, maybe the wife, but I wasn't home, and I never used cable. All my kids did is watch 2 channels, which was like Disney Channel and Cartoon Network. My wife doesn't even watch any TV. She just goes on YouTube. So I just decided to cut it out. Why am I paying? And all I had was basic cable service. So why was I paying money so I can be advertised to? Doesn't make sense. So I just, when I got a Wii, it had Netflix on there. So we just signed up for Netflix for like, what is it, $2 or $3 a month. And kids could they all just want to watch the same thing, the same cartoons over and over. Dave Hamilton says, I can't watch the Super Bowl because football is boring. It can be fun. And, when you're with friends and maybe you put a little bet or you play the numbers or something, it's fun in that way. A couple of dollars, whatever, $10, $100. Don't go crazy like a couple thousand. But people watch the Super Bowl for betting purposes, in my opinion. A lot of people do that, just $5, you play the numbers, you pick a number or whatever, or it's random. It can be fun, and that's why you watch the game. That's why you root for people to score and you root for people not to score. You root to kind of be within a certain number in the first half, second, all these different things. It makes it fun. But, after watching football, and believe it or not, I used to play football at one point, and when I was younger, and it is fun to watch as a sport, spectating only. It should be. but I'm not into it anymore after so many Super Bowls and so many football games. You know, it gets kind of. I moved on to other things now, like Bitcoin and riding electric bicycles, like the Rad Rover that I have. Well, that's a valid reason. Okay, thank you. CryptoPanic says Litecoin Pay is the new news. I have 9 L3 plus miners running in my shop and overclocked, so I'm happy for this. Yeah, well, I've heard about the same thing. I hope that works. I don't have any Litecoin, so I'm not going to be using any Litecoin. The price of Bitcoin is coming down. That's what Leisure Picker says. Hello, Andre Barnwell. I've got, so far, when I go check out the mempool, I have 3 people who have provided me their email address. And so far it's Andre, Brian, and David Hamilton. And if more people want to get some Satoshis right now, Sunday, I will send you Satoshis because I think Sunday will be the lowest time. The mempool will be full, and I'll be able to send you some Satoshis, some Bitcoins, fractional Bitcoins for, I'm trying to do 1 Satoshi per byte. And let's see how that works out. Let me see. CryptoPanic says, I can't watch football as politics make me seek entertainment elsewhere. How's everyone's weekend so far? Well, mine's been okay. I finally got the water heater installed. I've been taking hot shower. I had to get a filtration system for the water heater, and hopefully that will help with the calcium buildup in my house. That's what I've been doing, kind of on the weekend. I'm hoping Sunday I'll have a chance to ride my bike and make another video about riding my bike and all that other good stuff. I am having real fun with my electronic bike. I have to admit, you know, I enjoy riding it. I fine-tuned it. I'm learning a lot about bicycles, and I'm probably going to be using that bike quite a bit now that I understand more about bicycles. Leisure Picker, next stop is 7K. Well, I think the next stop, I think I have certain price levels in which I think are areas in which Bitcoin will go through or be at. One of them is at 6,000. Another one is at 1,000. And finally at 700. Matter of fact, the way I see it, the price of Bitcoin, if you take 20,000, you divide that by half. Did I get that right? Yeah. Divide that by half, you get 10,000. Then you divide that by half, you get 5,000. And you divide that by half, and you get 2,500. And then you divide that by half. I think you get like, let me see, 2,500, 1,250, if I'm right. Yeah, 1,250, somewhere around there, around 1,200. And then you divide that by half, and you get somewhere around 700 to 600. So that's my line of thinking. I think that it seems to work that way, in my opinion. Why do my folding chairs keep breaking, James? Is it because I'm fat, or are the chairs defective? Well, maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe your folding chairs keep breaking because you are also fat and the chairs are defective. Let me see here. McAfee will be eating his own penis with A1 sauce. Well, if he's going to cannibalize himself, that's probably the first place he should start. I look forward to Justin Timberlake's halftime ritual. Oh, they got Justin Timberlake. All right. Last time I saw Justin Timberlake in the Super Bowl, he ripped off the bra of Janet Jackson, and basically, I think, you know, she exposed her nipple. Nipple with, was her nipple pierced with like a ring? She had a ring piercing in her nipple. I don't know. Does anybody remember that? What Super Bowl was that where Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson were doing the halftime show, and he ripped off her bra, and Janet Jackson actually had her bra exposed on national television. Octopussy tonight. Hey, Will Campbell, good to see you. Kyle, how you doing? You say, do you have a Lightning node running yet? No, I don't. I don't have a Lightning node running. I don't have any nodes running. You know, I might. Depends. Most of my computers, the computer that I have is a Windows XP. I don't think I can run a Lightning node on my Windows XP, but if I have an extra computer, I might. I don't even have a Lightning wallet. You know, I'm not that computer savvy, unfortunately. Unless someone puts a gun up to my head, I might be. David Hamilton, I'm glad you answered. Her nipple had a sun piercing. Okay, I know it had some kind of piercing, but that's the last time I saw Justin Timberlake at the halftime show and Super Bowl. I think that was over, oh my God, that must have been, was that 2 decades ago? Was that 20 years ago? No, that can't be 20 years ago. I think that was 15 years ago. No incentive to run nodes. Yeah, unfortunately, there is no incentive to run nodes. Yeah, her nipple, her nip is or was pierced. Yeah, I haven't seen much of Janet Jackson. You know, I think the whole Jackson family have all gotten kind of old, and they've kind of gotten weird to the point where, you know, they can't even be in showbiz anymore. So, anyways, looks like I caught up to the live chat here. So let's go back here and let's talk about the other news on CryptoPanic. Let me see here. Let's find something interesting to look at. I've already talked about some of these, like this one here. National Bank of Abu Dhabi partners with Ripple to offer real-time cross-border payments. Man, I should just sell all my Bitcoin and buy Ripple, even though Ripple crashed quite a bit. And here's the same story here. China censors cryptocurrency ads on search engines and social media. And here's the other one. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Close that. There we go. What's the other one? This one here. Largest European power company will not sell electricity to crypto miners. Let me see. This week, one of Europe's largest power companies, Enel, has announced the firm has absolutely no interest whatsoever in selling power to cryptocurrency miner. Also read dead again in reality. Bitcoin is up. Whatever. Okay. That's just going to a different story. Oh, wow. Gee whiz. South Korea does get it. I don't know what this is. A Reddit coming from Reddit. It looks like from a tweet. Here's another one. Bank of America, the latest credit card issuer to ban Bitcoin. That is 7 bearish. 7 bearish. 2 bullish for some reason. 1 important. 4 lots of laughs. 2 dislikes, 1 like. Here's another one. Cryptocurrency markets move back into green after substantial sell-off. Well, I don't know if it's green overall, but sure. eBay may accept Bitcoin via third-party payment processor. This is like the a millionth story that I've heard eBay accepting Bitcoin, but it's always like a third payment processor. Who is it? Coinbase or BitPay? Well, maybe not. Maybe what is it? What was that other one? That wallet accepted Bitcoin for Amazon. I think it was Amazon, or was it eBay? It was Amazon. Anyways, let's see what's. Oh, how about this one? Huge Litecoin announcement. Game changer. LitePay to launch in days. I think that's what you're all talking about, right? Apparently that there's going to be some kind of payment system for Litecoin. Good for Charlie. He's been working on that for quite some time. Here's another one. Based Dutch politician wants more crypto adoption. Okay, that looks like some bullishness. Here's another one. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey in support of Bitcoin. That seems really bullish, doesn't it? Hey, how you doing, Dual over at Camnus? Good to see you. How about this? If you think banks and credit companies are banning crypto purchases to protect their customers, I have a bridge to sell you. I don't know what that means, but sounds interesting. Apparently, it has 38 bullish, 50 important, 1 bearish, 56 likes, 7 saves, 5 lots of laughs. Well, let's read some of this because this is getting a lot of attention for some reason. It's legitimately blown away how many people I see defending the banks and credit companies banning crypto purchases as some type of an attempt to protect their customers from a volatile market. Credit is predatory by nature. The bank doesn't care when you max your credit out on alcohol, designer clothes, gambling, or any other worthless and risky commodity. Your bank doesn't give one single tiny little shit about you in any way beyond your capacity to generate revenue. You are a revenue generating unit and nothing more. End of story. They are building artificial barriers to crypto because they view it as a direct and fundamental threat to their industries, and with good reason, because it is. The reality is anyone who invests wisely in crypto right now is going to make a significant ROI, that stands for return on investment, over the next few years, opening up the opportunity to pay off large balances which decrease the revenue they earn from interest. This is nothing more than a desperate attempt at self-preservation. I think there's some truth into that. I believe there's some truth into that. Like I said, when I was trading Bitcoin peer-to-peer, all the major banks have closed my accounts, along with the credit cards that I applied for them. And now everywhere I go, it seems that that my bank account gets closed because I trade Bitcoin all the time. So it is a direct threat, that's for sure. Instead of the banks making money, you can make all the money. Why would the bank not allow that? So here's another one. Big banks ban Bitcoin buys. JP Morgan, Bank of America, or Citigroup say no to crypto credit purchases. All right, so that's enough of that. So hopefully you got some good news feeds here. Check out the news feeds, the news aggregators. Very interesting. Let's see how everybody else is doing here. Let me see. Will Campbell says, run a storage J script and make money renting out hard drive space. Easy money. I don't even deal with these altcoins. Maybe I can do burst mine on my hard drive. That was a joke. Please don't do that. Let me see. Leisure Picker says, if eBay accepts Bitcoin, it will be up to the individual sellers if they want to accept Bitcoin on their method of payment on their store. It won't be a wide spread usage, but interesting though. Okay, good to know. DD8209, how you doing? People out there starting to figure out they're slaves. maybe. You know, once you get into crypto, you learn about money, how it's created, and how you become somewhat enslaved in the incumbent system to essentially work for a bank. Whether you get student loans, whether you get a mortgage on your house, even a car loan, these things help you acquire goods and services and house and property and everything. But at the end of the day, you are working for the bank. That's for sure. You are working for the bank. Yes, you get to live in the house. Yes, you get to drive in that car. But eventually, you're working for the bank. When you go, I don't know, some of you may have jobs. When you have a job and you're in that income, well, probably, if not all of it or most of it, goes to the bank. And then maybe 10% you'll actually get to put in your own pocket. Let's see. Then the problem is if a buyer wants a refund in Bitcoin and Bitcoin drops, then they will get less value back. That's true. The only way this gets fixed if everyone national strike like the old days. Yeah, you know, doing, boycotting and striking, it's very effective, but unfortunately, doing that with cryptocurrency is hard because it's not organized. It's highly deorganized or decentralized. There's no leader, and the movement. My opinion about the whole cryptocurrency movement in general is it's mixed. I often feel like it could do more if it was more centralized and organized in a way that the movement itself could possibly be more effective. But the problem with that is, of course, like all centralized organizations, they could also become targets, easy targets. And so the drawback of being just disorganized and decentralized and where there is no leader, everybody's doing their own thing, either conjointly or in some kind of common goal, or not even in a common goal, but perhaps maybe in a general direction, is that it's slow, it's hard to organize, and effectively it's hard to be a movement as a whole. I mean, by itself, all the separate groups and all the individuals are in a movement, right? You're doing your own thing, you're creating your own movement, but as a whole, together, you're not a movement. You're many parts to an overall network, so to speak. You're part of the network, but you're not a part of each other. And so given that kind of situation, it's hard to do a national strike. DD8209, I think eventually you will be struck out, in my opinion. If you deal in cryptocurrencies in the way that I do, you will run out of bank accounts, or you may have very little to very few bank accounts. I actually still need a bank account to pay my mortgage, my car note, and to actually function in the regular world. As far as in the crypto world, I'm already almost there. I probably have like barely a pinky toe in the old world, barely a pinky toe. Just waiting for the day that I can actually let go completely and release myself from this former world. So Heroic Space, Odyssey Network, welcome to the live chat. It says more bike talk. Yes, I love my bike. I enjoy my Rad Rover. Matter of fact, I think Monday or Tuesday I'm going to get the mini Rad Rover, the folding bike, which I'll be doing a whole video series on that. And this time I'm going to, since I already have some basic knowledge of bicycles and maintenance and fine-tuning them, I think with the mini Rad Rover, I'm going to have a lot of fun. It has a smaller wheel frame. It comes with a rack. I'm still looking for stuff to get. I still got to get like a thumb throttle. I'm looking for a thumb throttle. I'm looking for mirrors. I actually already bought the mirrors. They're rear view mirrors. They're flexible, folding, or bending rear view mirrors. As I'm riding in the streets, I realize, man, there could be something coming up behind me. And every time I look behind me, it kind of distracts me from looking in front. So getting some side mirrors, really important. And I'm thinking about getting some kind of thumb throttle for the throttle that I have. It's just easier. I just kind of just push down on the thumb instead of grabbing it and turning the throttle. So yeah, more car, definitely more bike talk. Definitely more bike talk. I love that bike. It's been really fun working and making videos on it. DD8209, you said, I'm not talking striking crypto. I mean, get in your car and park on the highway along with millions of others. Why would I do that? Oh my gosh, I used to do that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want to get back into that. Sometimes I have to, like, eventually I have to go into the city and I have to like meet people on their working hours. And so I have to wake up in the morning and actually head into the city and deal with that. I hate those days. It reminds me why I'm happy I'm no longer doing that. So why do you think they push multiculturalism so everyone can't bind together? That's a good question. That's a good question. Okay, that's enough truth for the people, or else they will be depressed. You know, it is sad. The more truth is, the more intelligent you become, the more truth you realize, and the more depressing it is. So yeah, I can kind of see that. I've come to that. Maybe I'm older, or maybe I've gotten smarter, or maybe I've discovered more of the truth, or maybe I'm just a really negative and nasty person. I've been told I'm a nasty person because, you know, I say things which tend to anger people, which I do because I'm a troll. And, you know, trolls seem to keep the balance of truth and reality versus, you know, the foolishness and the hopeful, dreamy-eyed people who have no sense of how things really work. They have an idea in their head of how things should work, but have no idea of how things really work. So trolls kind of keep that balance, because if we let the people with the dreamy-eyed, starry eyes, and, you know, with their nonsense, I think the world would not be a better place. And yes, I am rambling. Anyways, I'm reading the chat and talking to you guys. Let's go on. Oh, I'm still. All right, so let's go on here. All right, finally, we're at the Bitcoin pot of gold. So, Bitcoin pot of gold. The QR code on the left side here, and the arrow pointing to the Bitcoin pot of gold, is the donational address in the QR code format. Please take your wallet and scan and send all your Bitcoins. So everyone, please donate so one person can walk away with it all. If you donate, I can give away the 13th clue to the 13th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. Now, it has to go up to $130 for me to give the 13th clue. So the price has gone down. I think it's only worth 120 some odd dollars right now, is in the pot of gold. So please donate and let's have fun. And QR code on the right here is, if you're really good at cracking passwords, that is this QR code is an encrypted private key. Go ahead and scan it and see if you can figure out the password. It is a SegWit address, so you need to use Kyle's SegWit sender if you want to do it that way, or if you have a SegWit wallet. And the QR code down here in the middle is a link to Yellow Fever for You, his YouTube channel. Thank you, Yellow Fever for You. All right, so let's go on here. All right, so here's the story. So here's the story, everyone. It says, DavorCoin served cease and desist from Texas State Securities Board. Although this is dated February 14th, I guess it's somewhere else in the world. It seems like DavorCoin was given one of those nice little letters, a nice piece of paper with ink on them, telling them to stop immediately and go away. So hopefully this will be the end of this nonsense. But if you're stupid enough to do, if you are stupid enough to do this, and you want to go into the ICO, and you want to give money to the promoters and other people and want to make other people rich, by all means, go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to stop you. And the link to this is in the notes section. I'll read the first paragraph here. It says, on Friday, February the 2nd, the Texas State Securities Board served an emergency cease and desist order to DavorCoin or DavorCoin or DavorCoin. I don't know how to say it. Who billed themselves as one of the most ambitious cryptocurrency projects. All right. It's very interesting. Here's the actual cease and desist here. You can actually look through it and see it for yourself and see how it works. See what they were trying to say. It was basically another BitConnect with a different name, it looks like, from what I can tell. So basically, there it is. So it seems like 2018 is the year of regulation and taxation. So there you go. Here it is. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. This is in the notes section. So have fun. And I think that's it. What I'll do next is I'll go and do the Bitcoin James Bond, the bond trading view. Let's do that. OCF. OC. Not OC, on-chain FX. Hello, Pisces Trait 373. How you doing? All right, here's the bond trading view. Bond trading view up here says, this view created by James Bond Bitcoin Live. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high, flagged for shorts. But unfortunately, I don't have anything flagged for shorts. What I do now is I just simply go over here where it says percentage down from all-time high. I'll just click on that. Wow, look at that. Oh my God, Bitcoin Cash is down 71% from its all-time high. What a joke. Wow, that's amazing. New Economy Movement down 70% from all-time high. Wow. Well, that seems like a good deal. Go put all your money in those two coins. I'm just kidding. All right, so I go and click on percentage of all-time high, and let's see which coin we should dump or sell or short to get you some more Bitcoin, because there are some really good deals on Bitcoin. So if you hold any of these altcoins, go ahead and dump them already. You're getting a whole bunch of Bitcoin for it. Anyways, first one is Digix DAO. Oh my God, this is ERC20. And then the second one is Populous, another ERC20. 3 Decred. Decred comes in third. And fourth is Ethereum, the daddy of the ERC20s. And then fifth is Kyber Network. Some of these coins you see constantly coming up on the top list. They're altcoins, low market cap. I don't even know if you can really sell any of these coins to get any, well, not all of them, but some of them. I don't know if some of these coins are even worth getting into in the first place, but there they are. And then you have the rest of the list by order. And so there you go. That's the list of shorts that you should be selling. You should be dumping these coins to get more Bitcoin. So definitely do that. That's what the live chat is saying now. Oh, I should probably refresh. While that's refreshing, let's go to, let's close this out. And then let's go to the mempool. All right, let's go to the mempool now. Let's see how the mempool is doing these days. I think they're really low. And by the way, after the live stream, please, in the note section in the comments, give me your Bitcoin address, and I will send you some Bitcoin, because the mempool is down to literally 1 Satoshis per byte. Look at that. This is amazing. Let's have a look here. So if you can do anything above, well, if you're anywhere between 2 to 140 Satoshis per byte, there probably is a really good chance that you can get your transactions in the mempool or on the next block within a couple of hours. There's probably a really, really, really good chance. 2, 3, maybe 4 hours, but in a 24-hour period. So that's good. If you really need it, you probably want to be above 140 Satoshis per byte or more to get your transactions into the next block. But that's way better than paying 1,000 or 2,000. There's about 13,000 transactions in the mempool for 1 Satoshi per byte. So Sunday, I will be sending out Bitcoins for those people who leave your address. Please leave a Bitcoin address in the comment section after the live stream, or right now if you're watching it after the live stream, and I will add it. So far, Andre Barnwell, Brian McLaughlin, and then Dave Hamilton have given me their addresses. So Sunday, I will send you out some Bitcoin, because it looks like the fees are low again, everyone. Look at that. Yeah, when you see these jagged edges like this, that's what you want to see. These are normal uses. They get their peaks and they come down, and they're eating into the mempool. So look at this, a very small size here in the mempool. Most of this is 1 Satoshis per byte, as you see, and then the rest are 2 Satoshis per byte, 4 or 5. Most of it's 2. This is by mempool size in megabyte. So what's going on? The mempool goes down, the price of Bitcoin goes down. Is there a relationship? I don't know. Do they correlate? I don't know. All right, so finally we'll get into Bitcoin wisdom, Bitstamp, US dollar. See what you all say. Let's see here. Leisure Picker, you say, does James has his affiliate link for DavorCoin? Well, what was my affiliate link for? What was my username you could sign up for BitConnect? It was Too Retarded, I believe. with DavorCoin, well, DavorCoin may already be dead. You know, it seems like once Texas sends a letter, a cease and desist letter, they kind of disappear like cockroaches. You know, you shine the light, you turn on the light, and you see these cockroaches. They all seem to just scatter about into a dark crevice from which they came from, and that's what seems to be going on these days. Is the regulators will, at this point in time, I believe the regulators are watching and are looking, and they will not tolerate another Ponzi or a pyramid scheme to happen in this space, because you didn't pay your taxes, you didn't pay your whatever. Oh, Will Campbell, you put your address in here already? Okay, I'll add it. I do have a note here section. There's Dave Hamilton's, and we'll just put your name here. That way I could. So Sunday I will be sending out you some Satoshis. There you go, Will Campbell. There we go. If anybody else wants to put their address in right now, I'll keep track of it. And Sunday, I will send you some Satoshis. What I'm going to do is I will do a live stream. I will use Coinbin. I will batch it together. I have a private key that I've been saving. I think at the time it was $20. Maybe it's $10 right now. So what I'm going to do is send everyone some Satoshis, and I'll do a transaction and showing how to make a transaction, do a raw transaction, sign for it, and then broadcast it, and do them in batches to the point where it's essentially 1 Satoshi per byte. So please give me your addresses, and we'll get it going. And you can do whatever you want. If you want to gamble with it, if you want to buy drugs, you want to become a terrorist, or maybe you want to trade, you send it somewhere and you do micro trading, and then next thing you know, you're a millionaire. You've traded your way up to the top. Let me see. CryptoPanic says, some think Anarchapulco will bring a mempool flood and the BCH pump February the 15th. BCH is sponsoring it this year. I don't know. I mean, here's what I think. I think maybe around that time, February 15th is not that far. It's like almost, what, 11 days, 10 days or something like that. I think, the price of the cryptocurrency overall has gone down quite a bit. And so a dead cat bouncing. We're going to get a dead cat bounce right here. We're kind of getting it right now. How high is it going to go? I don't know. I'll take a look at the chart, but basically it will. I think there will be a dead cat bounce here, and it'll also coincide with Anarchapulco. And then once Anarchapulco is over, we're going to see a further crash going lower and lower and lower. So it's just the timing. It's kind of interesting, the timing of everything and how the price movements happen around this time. But whether Bitcoin Cash goes up in value during that time, I don't know. I think the overall market will. All right. Hey, Patrick. Looks like you've gotten Patrick has provided me an address here as well. All right, I'll batch these in. Oh, Patrick, you're going to be at Anarchapulco. Well, good luck to you. I hope you have fun over there. Hope you get laid. Sorry. Are you sure this is okay, I guess I'm going to have to trust you that this is your address here. So Cotter as well. Okay. All right. Anybody else? It's all right. You don't have to have a SegWit wallet. As long as it's a Bitcoin wallet, that's fine. Hey, Brian Coe. How you doing, Brian Coe? Brian Coe as well. Let me see. I have to get rid of some of this. I have to get rid of that strange F-looking thing. There we go. You know, when you copy and paste, sometimes you get these weird symbols at the end or at the beginning, and they won't work. So you got to keep that in mind. And Pisces traits. Looks like you want some action too. Maybe you could use some of that. You can use some of these Bitcoins in a Super Bowl bet. But you could bet some of your own coins and get get some free bets going. All right. All right, we got a list of people. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 people. Oh, we got some more. We got dual overhead camness. And there's that strange symbol right there that comes before. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 people. All right. Have to figure out something. Hashtag not a SegWit. Oh, Patrick Duke, you spoke at Anarcho Poco the first year in 2015. Wow, that's impressive. Did you have to pay to speak, or did someone pay you to speak? CryptoCar says, "Damn it, typing in the dark on this cramped laptop keyboard with no key illumination. I suck." Well, hopefully you gave me the right address. And Dave Hamilton says, "You might be able to figure out how much Bitcoin we have." I might. If you reuse the address, yes, it's a way to follow someone, but don't worry, I'm not going to bother. Every Bitcoin I send out, I I just don't bother to look. Other people might. You know it, betting indeed. You know, I did meet somebody one time, and they said that there's people who bet, like who either gamble, they go, and some of these people are like addicted gamblers, because they will go on forums, they will go on bitcointalk.org, and they will literally beg for like $1. And you know, you get $1, and this is, I guess, back in the days when the fees were practically non-existent, and then they would send their Bitcoin to a gambling site, and they'd be, you know, basically betting pennies or fractional pennies, and they would keep betting and betting and try to get to a sizable amount, and then they would try to cash out their winnings that way through Bitcoin, and eventually sell the Bitcoin to a peer-to-peer market. I don't know if you could do that today, but maybe with the low fees, it might be possible. But there, I remember I was meeting with a guy, and he would tell me these stories of people just begging for a couple dollars to get some Bitcoin, so they could just go into gambling sites. So it's very possible. Crypto Cutter says, "Do we get a 1099 with that? You need my W9." No, I don't need your W9. I just need your Bitcoin wallet, and I will send it. I will send it. And you're welcome. You're welcome. Not a problem. And you, Patrick, you didn't get paid to speak, nor did I pay to speak. Oh man. Well, hopefully you you draw in a pretty good crowd, and what you said was very important. You spoke freely then. I guess he did speak freely. All right, let me go to the chart. Oh, let me go back to the chart here. Let's take a look at this. All right. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's see how we're doing on the 1 hour. All right, let's take a look at the 1 hour. Did it break? Did it break? Did anything break? Let's see here. Just going to draw some simple lines. Well, nothing really broke per se. Let's see here if anything did break. Okay, looks like it's broken out of this line right. Ooh. It's broken out of this trend line right here. This trend line is breaking out, but obviously, I think it's got until 10. I would say 10,000, around 10,400. It's probably a resistance. If it ever reaches there, it may not reach there, but if it does, 10,400 is probably the limit in which it's gonna start hitting a resistance, and then it probably has to do one or two things. Obviously, break through it, or it's probably going to retrace and continue going down most likely. But I'm just looking at the 1 hour. Let's have a look at the 12 and see what it looks like now. Let's draw in a few lines. Oh my goodness, let's take a few lines out here. Let's redraw this. Okay, so this is showing something different. This is showing, let's see here. This is showing 10,179 being the resistance here. And if you look at the 12-hour, I can't see how this is a recovery, because this whole thing was a massive sell-off down to 7,625 and 30 cents. As you can see right here now, the price is hitting up against the short-term average on the 12-hour, and that's where it's meeting its resistance here. If it can go up higher than that, it's got quite a bit of resistance here. You see the longer-term average as well as the trend line here at two different points. Like literally, you're seeing about 10,150, and then the moving average is about 10,400, 10,500, and then 10,000 and maybe 200, 10,179, somewhere around there. So you got two resistances coming here. I think that's what's going to happen. And if you look at the RSI, you can see that it's trending downwards. Look at that. It's moving downwards, and it's bouncing and bouncing and then bouncing. And every time it bounces downwards, it's making a lower low. So you're seeing one, here's one, and then two, and then three lower lows. There's only one higher high that I see. I wouldn't even count these as a high. So you got three lower lows. You're probably going to get a second higher high coming here soon. And let's see if we can figure out where the second higher high is, or what price the second higher high can be at around. The second higher high it's possible to hit up to 13,500 on the second higher high, but after that, I mean, you basically have two lower highs and three lower lows. That is a confirmed downtrend. All right, that is pretty much a confirmation of a downtrend. And you know, if it does ever bounce back, if you ever do get a dead cat bounce coming here, everyone's going to know that it's short-lived, and when it peaks out, everyone's going to sell again. Everyone's going to be in a panic sell, and who knows what's going to happen by then. Could be news from Tether being subpoenaed and their assets being frozen, or even shuttered, or even fined, or they may go through another hack so they can avoid being shuttered or being fined by the CFTC. You know, who knows? CoinCheck has already gotten hacked. What other news? Poloniex. Apparently, Poloniex may be Circle may buy Poloniex. That's another one. Maybe during that transaction, that during the if Circle actually does buy Poloniex, and then they find out that all the coins are gone or most of the coins are gone. I mean, I think they would know before they buy it, but there's a lot of things that can happen, and the stock market is starting to turn as well. So you're kind of seeing, you know, it's a lot of things. It's just not Bitcoin. You're starting to see maybe the stock market turning, and if that's true, then where's the money coming from? People aren't going to necessarily take their money from stock markets and then put it in Bitcoin or in cryptocurrency. And while that's been downtrending, you know, people are going to be chasing profits. A lot of people are just going to be straight cashing out, in my opinion. They're straight going to cash out. That's what I think. Let me go on to the 1 day. Let's have a look here. Yeah, 1 day looks the same, and you can see that the moving averages are acting as resistance here, and it has challenges. It's got to hit 11,500, and then finally hit this long trend line right here, 13,500. So and then again, the RSI is going down. Will it break up? Yeah, it'll eventually. It can only go down so far before all the sellers exhaust themselves. And what you're going to have is the buyers, all the people who sold, they're going to try to buy back in at a lower price, and that's going to drive the price up. And eventually the same people who bought in at the lower price are going to sell it at one of these resistance levels here, here, and here. And so that's all that's going to happen, because, you know, a lot of people are not trading. I haven't bought any new Bitcoin, and you know, the market so far has not told me to buy yet. Although it has reached the target price when I'm thinking about buying, or if I have an opportunity to buy at a good price below 10,000, I could, but I think there's more to come, more discounts. Just like the rhyme, if when the price is right, that's when I will bite. And then if you also look here, there is a trend. Looks like there is a trend going here. Just draw that trend line. You could draw that kind of a trend line, or even draw this trend line. I think it's more like this kind of type of trend line here. Like, I think it's got to look something like this. You know, it's probably going to look like this, where so the price is going to bounce off of here, come down here, and then hit up here against this trend line, and then look at all the room that it has to fall down to 2,000, and then it'll bounce up to like 600 or 6,000, and then it could bounce for a while. Oh my goodness, this channel you're taking too much risk on the downside. If this channel does hold up, if this channel is real. Let's have a look at the 3-day real quick. Let's remove all these lines here so you can see. So you can clearly see on the 3-day that this thing has crossed over, and it doesn't look good on the 3-day. Look at this on the 3-day. You could really see the bullish trend here, and now with this 2 moving averages crossing over, that doesn't look good. That tells me that, you know, the market will be depressed for some time. When these trends eventually turn around, they do turn for the worse until we could actually find a real bottom, which I think is 6,000, you know, around 5,000, maybe around 2,000, 2,500, maybe 1,200, and then $700. Those are the different target prices, which I think are good opportunities to buy, where there could be good supports, but don't quote me on that. You know, I'm just doing my technical analysis. That's all. And then finally, let's have a look at the weekly. And you know, it's when you wow, when you see this piercing through the moving average, it's, you know, whenever you see wicks on the downside with a large red candle body that you know is a downtrending movement, that's usually indication of selling pressure. And again, you can see the RSI here. It's definitely heading, it might head below even further, further down as possible. And you can see that now that this moving average is being pulled down by the price, this short-term moving average here, it's touching the top of this red candlestick for this week. And by pretty much tomorrow and by Monday, it's going to be done. So I don't think a day and a half is going to make a difference. So when you see that, I think that's a really, really early, very early indication that the market is turning. It has turned, and the averages, the moving averages, are going to act like resistance, in my opinion, more than supports. So they're going to act as resistance, indicating to me that the price will go down. Price will continue to go down. And you know, we'll definitely see a bounce. Like when something falls so much, it will bounce back up. But when you look at the weekly on this, you're seeing some similarities in the candlestick. This candlestick here, even this candlestick here, and this candlestick here, all have some similar properties. Very big bodies and long wicks on the downside. You can see the wicks on the downside, and then the body, a pretty solid body. Same thing with this, pretty solid body, wicks on the downside. Same thing here, wick on the downside. This is a very big body. If you saw this, this candlestick here should have been your first indication that things might be turning. Things just might be turning. So be careful. That's what I have to say. Anyways, that is my chart analysis of Bitcoin. Take it for what it's worth. It's free technical analysis. You can do whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter to me. So are we in a bull trap? I think there's a really good chance that technically we're not in a bull trap because there's no dead cat bounce on the weekly to the point where it's hit up against a moving average. Not a long-term moving average, not on the weekly. It hasn't hit the top of any technical analysis that I can tell. So we're not in a bull trap per se, but we're definitely in a I think there is a good chance of a dead cat bounce here. Could you possibly end up in a bull trap? I do think so, and I just don't see how the market all of a sudden hitting a certain price, then all of a sudden will all turn up and go to the moon, considering all these choking points of getting capital into the cryptocurrency market is being choked off. So I don't know how the price can increase from this point. It just doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to go back to, well, let me go back to the chart here. Post it here. Bitcoin. Sorry about that. My cable got displugged here. Let's see what everyone else says here. So Patrick Duke, you did speak freely for the most part. That's good. Pisces Traits 373 blockchain. I hope 5 dimes start accepting crypto. I have my habit under control. 5Dimes, I'm assuming, is a gambling site. Dave Hamilton says, Anarchapulco looks fun, but it would be hard to get past all the Bcash shilling. Seems like Anarchapulco is I don't know. I've never been to any of the conferences. Why would I go to an Anarchapulco? Or I would never go to any of these things, because all they do is shill their get rich quick scams to you, and they're just a sales opportunity, you know, for these vendors, for these sponsors. That's all it is. So why would I want to waste my money when I could just go buy Bitcoin? Patrick Duke says Trace Meyer will be there. He's not a big Bcash fan. Okay, that's good to know. You know, I don't really follow any of these people. I think a lot of the people in this space are an absolute joke to begin with. When I first got involved, you know, listening to them and listening to people, if you don't know, if you're clueless about the cryptocurrency space, yeah, you can essentially fall for these charismatic leaders. But after a while, if you get the true understanding of cryptocurrencies, of Bitcoin and how it works, you really don't need any of these people to tell you anything. You just have to take it upon yourself to acquire education, knowledge, and do things in your own benefit that help you get money, that help you get rich, that help you seek out your desires. And if you do that, you'll be fine. Forget these other people. Why would other people help you get rich? They don't. They want to make themselves rich. They want to take your money, is what they want. Let's see here. CryptoCarter says, my wife just pointed out that Craigslist now has an area for things you want to sell for cryptos. Yeah, I've heard about that. I might use it. I might not use it. Who knows? We'll have to see. That's something I'll look into. Pisces Trait 373, you say, by the way, this is my sequence for every state. 1722, we'll see how long it takes to come. I only play one number at a time in 5Dimes. It should be on the way. 1722, okay. These all came this week in all state. 0722, 7127, 0727 equals 1722. Get my drift? Well, now everyone's going to play those numbers. So good luck to you, Pisces traits. Let me see. What else did you say? I will teach you SMGT. I don't know what that stands for. Pay attention. This is how I buy crypto from my winnings in 5Dimes. I only play pick 4. You hit it straight, you get 9K. That's not bad. That's what, about 1 Bitcoin? And Pisces Trait says, I will update you how long it takes to play. Playing numbers, I guess playing numbers is kind of fun. You know, it's entertaining. It's definitely gambling. I think the odds are against you, but there are winners, but there's a lot of losers too. If it's random numbers, if so, there's no such thing as numbers being due. That's a good point, David, if it's random numbers. But if you know anything about these random numbers, I think they do have to pay out. They do have to pay out a certain amount, at least a third of the playing. And I think there is a way to come up with the winning number based on the previous 3 numbers. I do believe there is a way. You just have to figure that out. CryptoCar says, look looks like a Ripple chart in slow motion. You're talking about the Bitcoin charts? Yeah, I agree with you. And you hit 55.41 yesterday. Good for you. The sequence normally takes 3 days or less. It's not random numbers, and I think you're right, Pisces. They're not quite random. I think the way the programs are set up in these, I guess, what are you playing quick for? They're supposed to pay out at certain points. You know, they have to pay out at certain points technically, I think. But if you're able to figure that out based on the previous numbers, what the winning numbers will be, then good for you. You know how to game the system. Let's have a look here. Eddie Kazada, how you doing? It looks like you got an address for me, a Bitcoin address for me. No problem. No problem. No problem. All right. So Eddie Kazada, we'll get you some Bitcoins on Sunday. Go ahead and use it on that gambling site if you wanted to. And David Hamilton says, yeah, but if it's random, there's no sequence. I don't know. I do believe that it's not random, and that if you could probably take the previous numbers if you have some kind of formula that you plug into to get winning numbers. It's worth a shot. Let's see. I don't pull numbers out of my ass. Oh goodness. Let me see. But the lottery does. Okay. Listen, you'll learn, bro. Let's see who is sorry. Moving up and down here. Mark Anthony, how you doing? What's going on? Good to see you in the live chat. There's no way that one random number is more likely than the other random number. Supposedly, but you know, there's very smart people who love the numbers game for some reason. Let's have a look here. You guys are still talking numbers. Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways, I've reached the end of your live chat here. Let me go back to the meme here. Close this out. Get back to the meme. Well, anyways, are we in a bull trap? I think there's a bull trap coming. Oh yeah, I was supposed to give you the thing. Well, oh well. Let me see here. There we go. All right, so I was going to show you one more thing before I take off. Okay, so I'm going to travel back in time, and let's have a look at 2013 to see what happened. All right, we have to travel way back. Okay, so we're probably like right here at this point in time, right? Maybe we're like at this point, or maybe not. Let me see. Where could we be? We're probably like maybe right here. We're right here right now, right? We're at this point in time. This is 2013, people. This is back. This particular date right here is February 9th, 2014. Okay. Doesn't that look a little familiar? Doesn't that look like the chart that we're seeing right now in a lot of ways? And you can see what happens is kind of, okay, right here. Here's where you get the dead cat bounce. So you got the shorter term trend line turned over. You got the longer term moving average right here, just right above it. And then you got this little green candlestick that everybody was hopeful like this would be the bounce. Everyone bought it in 500, and this would be the bounce, right? Well, let's have a look. Nope. And then here was the other bounce. Here was the other dead cat bounce. Everyone bought at 400, and we're like, yes, everyone, this is the bottom. This is the bottom right here. This is the bottom. Well, nope. And then this happened here, and we're like, all right, we caught the bottom. This is it. We're headed back to 10,000, 11,000, 100,000. Nope. Nope. It kind of sputtered right here, and then whoosh, yeah. So long term, and then ever since then, it just gone down and down and down and down and down, and sometimes it's spiked up like right here. I think this was Coinbase right here. Coinbase. What did they announce? They announced something. I think it was GDAX that came online right here. Oh, that was back in the old days, and you know everyone's like, "This is it. It's gonna go back up." Nope, nope, nope. Went down further. Went down further. So there's always something that's gonna say, "Hey, it's going to. We're at the bottom. This is going to go back up." But if you look at the trend line, if you look at the moving average, it never really crossed until it got right up to here, right up to here. And let me tell you, during this time right here, nobody was interested in Bitcoin anymore. Nobody cared about Bitcoin. It wasn't a big deal. The conferences, the events, everything, the news, the Reddit forums, nothing was going on. Bitcoin became very uninteresting as far as price. That's probably when the time you want to buy Bitcoin. You want to buy Bitcoin when nobody cares. Nobody's doing chart analysis anymore. Or if they still are doing chart analysis, they're not doing as much like every day. And the people who made the money were the ones that stayed in the game. So stay in the game. All right, stay in the game. That's the important thing. You have to stay in the game. If you leave, you will not come back in time because you don't know when the price is going to go back up. That's why you have to stay in the game. Stay in the game. Keep trading. Keep accumulating. When the price goes down, you make more Bitcoin. When the price goes up, you make more money. So if the price is going down, this is your chance to make more Bitcoin. But don't blow your load all in one trade. Just keep trading. And eventually you will hit a bottom. And the bottom will be when nobody cares, when everyone's given up hope, when basically you'll probably wonder if the price will ever go up. And then it will go up. It will go back up. So stay in the game. Where you're in it for the long run. That's what I have to say. Don't get discouraged. Try to be happy. If you need to take time away, take time away. There's no hurry. The market will always be here tomorrow and the next day. It'll always be here. If you disappeared for a year, no one would notice. No one would care. And you came back a year later, guess what? The Bitcoin market, the peer-to-peer market will still be here. Bitcoin wisdom will still be here. There's no doubt about that. So just try to stick to the game. You have to play the game to win the game. So that's the thing. If you need some time off, great. This may be a great time to take some time off. I know I'm kind of backing away a little bit. I'm not doing as many live streams anymore. and I'm taking some time off for myself. I'm enjoying the bike ride. I'm making other videos because I know it'll be a while. It'll be a while. So don't be in a hurry. Remember, if the price is right, then you bite. All right? Only when the price is right. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Of course, if you want to see the rest of this, it looks like, it kind of looks like this, right? So from this point on, it just continually went up. So when's the best time to buy Bitcoin? Before it goes parabolic. That's the best time to buy Bitcoin, all right? That's the best time to buy Bitcoin. Anyways, all right, now I can end this. Now I can end this. So are we in a bull trap? I think there's some bull traps out there. I think so. Don't fall for these other YouTubers and what they say. Be careful, all right? Do what's in your best interest. Try to get as much Bitcoin as you can, but do it responsibly. Don't blow your load all in once. That's what I have to say. Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody in the live stream. Pisces Traits 373, Dave Hamilton, Mark Anthony, as well as Eddie Quazada and Crypto Cotter. Let's see who else is in the live chat here. Patrick, it's good to see you. Have fun at Anarchapulco. Maybe you could tell us all about it. I'll probably never go. I don't, if I want to go someplace, I'll just go someplace. Would I go there for cryptocurrencies? I don't know these days. These days, I just, I think it's unsafe to talk about cryptocurrencies with people. Dual overhead camness. Good to see you. Bane Co. Okay, good to see you, Bane Co. Welcome to the live chat there. Will Campbell. And Kyle, thanks for stopping by. As well as Leisure Picker and DD8209. Good to see you. So Andre Barnwell. And Hiroja Shibe, Space Odyssey Network. I know you're in here somewhere. As well as Burger's Guy, Julie G. So thank you, everybody. Don't forget to leave your address in the notes section if you weren't here today in the live stream. And by Sunday, I'll send you all some Satoshis for 1 Satoshi per byte fee. I will batch them. I'll do it live. And so there you go. Anyways, feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye now.